Then what about Genesis chapter 1 verse 3? And God, Elohim, said, "Let there be light," and there was light, which means that God was dwelling in darkness. The Quran chapter 6 verse 1 adds, "and made the darkness and the light," as it reads in Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. "And these being said, let exist light, and light existed." Right translation in Aramaic Hebrew by Dr. Malachi Z. York. Mistranslation for King James. "And God said, let there be light, and there was light." New Testament, St. John chapter 1 verse 5 states, "And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." God created darkness in Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7. These above quotes clearly put God in degrees deeper than 1, the darkness of night, which in actuality is merely a shadow; 2, the darkness of before the creation of your sun, and puts him in the third state of darkness called triple darkness, which is the absence of consciousness, a form of spiritual darkness responsible for the spark that turned on the light, that is the light and the intellect of all who breathe and think. Then are you saying we all come out of triple darkness? When it said you come out of triple darkness, you have a darkness, as you call it, within the Earth's atmosphere with the sun on the other side of the planet. That darkness will be a shadow state. Then when you get out of the Earth's atmosphere for some reason, though there are many suns and many stars, you see the suns and stars as portholes of light in some black mass called space. That's another degree of darkness. But inside each mass of space there is a solar system, and in each solar system there is a warp. That warp is referred to as a black hole. The black hole in space is a required object whose mass is so intensely concentrated that normal properties of space in its vicinity are altered drastically, and even light cannot escape the gravitational attraction within a certain distance from the center. Inside the black hole leads to another dimension, and it's called darkness. So we had darkness travel into dimensions. Then you get into the universe, where there are many planets and many forms of life, not just Earth. You then get into the Earth's atmosphere. 1. Troposphere. 2. Stratosphere. 3. Mesosphere. 4. Thermosphere. 5. Exosphere. 6. Heterosphere. 7. Homosphere, which consists of gases as well as water vapor and solid and liquid particles. Meanwhile, you travel into one side of the black hole, into this side of the solar system, and then transported into the planet Earth. Why can't we find heaven? You can't find heaven because you are looking for heaven within the sky. Shemayim, as it is called in Aramaic Hebrew, and Samawati, as it is called in Ashuric Surah, Arabic. According to 2 Samuel chapter 22 verse 12 and Psalms chapter 18 verse 11, Shahha means firmament, cloud, small dust, heaven, sky. You are looking for heaven in this universe, this solar system, or Milky Way, and what you are calling heaven is really on the other side of the sun with another black hole where another universe exists, and on as you were made to believe. They're making heaven out of some spooky place instead of how the Bible interprets it. Refer to Matthew chapter 13 verse 24, verse 31, and verse 44 through 47. How the Bible describes angelic beings, and what Jesus said in John chapter 14 verse 2 through 3, "In my Father's house are many mansions." He was saying, in my former universe there is more than just this house, planet Earth, and this solar system, Milky Way. There are many other mansions, and there are many beings who live there. If it wasn't true, I wouldn't tell you that he said, "Now I'm leaving to go and prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may also be there." That's where the statement tells you that in my Father's house there are many mansions in the universe, but you will be in the universe where I am, which means there are still others, and they are on the other side of the sun. You say heaven is beyond the furthest star. So what is the furthest star? You say heaven is further than the furthest star when you're talking to a person on the planet Earth. Your furthest star is your sun, and it's a part of your solar system. Heaven is on the other side of the sun, whereas if you're looking at it as a circular and not a straight path, you realize that your sun is at the center. That's why it's so hard to conceive. Planets are revolving around it, and just like Halley's Comet comes in and out, it's a proven fact that other planets travel in and out of the Earth's atmosphere, especially passing by way of Mars and Jupiter through the asteroid belt, firmaments going counterclockwise. Scientists know that a 10th planet passes through there, and the planet that passes through there was your planet, and the Babylonians called it Murdoch. The ancient Sumerians referred to it as Nibiru. That was your craft that dropped you off on this planet. That's the same ship that Jesus talked about in Revelation chapter 3 verse 12, which reads, "Him that conquers will I make a pillar in the temple of my Theos, and he will come no more out. And I will write on him the name of my Theos and the name of the city of my Theos, which is New Jerusalem, which is stepping down from Orion, sky, from my Theos, and I will write on him my new name." Right translation in Greek by Dr. Malachi Z. York. Mistranslation for King James.